Champion, campeón, are you, buena, la pana, are you trusting God for something? If so, stay tuned. Sanibonani Mzansi, Thobela Mzansi, Dumela Mzansi, bon dia. Africa de Sul, goeiedag, good day to all of you talented, gifted and potentialful campeones, champions out there. My name is William George Moyses and welcome to KINGinme, #Winning Wednesdays. Today's a special edition, it's Winning Woman Wednesdays or Woman Winning Wednesdays, angas. But yeah, maybe you guys can help us out with that little hashtag over there. Nonetheless, I'm joined today on my right, your guys' left hand side over there, Chante. Sisa, it's so good to have you here.
It's good to be
Welcome.
here.
And this is obviously Winning Wednesday, so I'd love for you just to share with all the young people, the talented, gifted, and potentialful young people out there, just a bit about, something that's happened in your life, something significant, something that God has essentially helped you through in your life, helped you overcome. Yeah, go for it. It's all yours. The ball is in your court.
Thank you. Yeah, so basically what I just felt on sharing today is basically a pruning season that most of us have in our lives, where you feel like God is just pruning away some fruit and some branches in your life, and it's so difficult and you just feel like it's so straining and you feel hopeless. And yeah, so that's basically a story I'm just going to tell from my own life. So basically I come from Cape Town.
Okay.
So I moved
Hey,
here.
Cape Town. Hey. All right.
So I moved here, I moved here, I think 2016, I moved to Pretoria. And the first year I came to study, it was fine, it was like going well and everything. And then in my second year, like my life just got shaken up completely. I had no stability, I didn't have a car at that point, I didn't have a place to stay, I didn't even have a cell phone at that point in my life. And the previous year, like everything was going well, and then all of a sudden, like so many things just started falling out of place. Someone I used to carpool with got a job. So I was like, I'm in Pretoria, my parents are in Cape Town, where do I go? Who do I go to for help? The place I was staying started to be unsafe, so I had to move. But with the prices and everything, it was so difficult to get a place that I had to live with a friend for 3 weeks, and then I had to live with another friend for about 2 months. Not having your own space, not having even your own bedroom. So it was such a difficult period for me to go to. The only phone or communication I had was like a big tablet. So every time someone called you, you had a tablet in your so it was like a very
I hope your ears are okay.
No, they're fine. So I basically went through that, and I started questioning God a lot. And I was a bit, I wouldn't say lukewarm, but I was at a place where I was really comfortable in my faith, and that season just completely it just realigned a lot of things in my life. And I think the purpose for it was mostly so that I could start to see God as my Father. And I think that He wanted me to start relying on Him as my Father and my source. And so everything else had fallen away so that my eyes could be realigned into His, and so I can look to Him. And it was just, it was difficult. The only person I could take me to university was someone that worked there.
Sure.
So I had to go at 7 a.m. in the mornings, and then I had to come back at around 5 o'clock. And then I have one class a day. So then you're sitting there every single day. And like I had an iron deficiency, and I was tired the whole time and stuff like that. And then so it was really difficult. And if I wanted to cry, I had to cry in a bathroom because you don't have your own space. And on a particular day, I was in my bedroom, and I just there was just like this burst of strength coming on the inside of me. And I had this God moment where I saw a sermon from Bill Johnson, the God of breakthrough, and then the spirit of breakthrough. So I started listening to it, and in that moment, boldness started coming up, and I started declaring and asking God for specific things. And I remember I asked Him, God, I want this phone, and it's gold. It's not even an iPhone. I'm not trying to be fancy, but I really want this phone. And I started asking for a place to stay and a car and everything. And within the next day, every single thing started falling into place. The next day someone called me and told me, Telkom dropped off this phone at their house. Do I want it?
Yeah,
and it was the
hectic.
gold phone that I had wanted and I prayed for the previous day. The place I wanted to stay was perfect. It was like, it was in the right environment. I even got a puppy, like a Yorkie,
Yes.
which is usually like expensive, and like I got it for cheap because his ear, there was something wrong with his ear. So I was like, okay, God, that's you.
Yeah,
And so there was just this moment where God just realigned my heart so that I could like grasp him to him as my father. And from there on, like, I'm just claiming like I'm adopted, he's my father,
Yep.
he's my source. And from now, like he's given me so many beautiful ashes. Like now I have a place on my own name. I can afford so many things now because I went through the season where I shift my focus from my parents and from other people towards him.
Yep.
Where other people couldn't provide for me, but he became my provider. And like he broke everything down until the point where I realized he's my father, and now he's building it up again. And he's giving me what I need in every single season. And he's provided so much. Such incredible testimonies of how he's provided, and every single thing that I have today is because of prayer and because of faith. It's not handed down, it's because I go to him and he comes and he releases so many blessings in my life.
Powerhouse. In a nutshell, just basically just to round everything up there, sometimes the cage of complacency and comfort needs to be shaken a bit so that we can ultimately trust and lean upon God and him alone. Like as people, like we fail each other, you know what I mean? Like I mess up, you mess up, people mess up. It is what it is. But our focus and trust always needs to be in the Lord Jesus Christ. So if you're trusting and believing God for anything, keep that trust, keep that focus on him each and every single day. And just know today, namhlanje, that your life matters. Thank you, Chante.